Today we're going to move through an energizing flow sequence. Let's start in child's pose. So come onto your knees. Your knees can be hip distance apart or mat width, whatever you prefer. Extend your arms long on the mat, reach to the front of your mat, and let your forehead rest on the mat. Let your body land here. Become aware of the points of contact between your body and the floor. Take a deep breath in and exhale, sink into the floor. Walk your hands over to the right side of your mat or even off of your mat for a side stretch along the left side. Breathe into your left ribs and exhale. Walk your hands back over and to the left side of your mat to stretch through the right side. Let your forehead rest. Breathe into your right ribs. Exhale. Bring your hands back to center. Energize the arms, your forearms lift off the mat, fingers spread wide. And then lift your hips up. Walk your knees to hip distance apart if they aren't there already. And set up on all fours for cat and cow stretches. Wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Inhale, belly drops, gazes forward, shoulders move back. Exhale, the back of the heart lifts to the ceiling, head drops. Inhale, belly lowers, look forward. Exhale, round the spine, drop the head. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to a neutral spine. Walk your hands a little bit further in front of you than they were for table. Curl your toes under. Lift the hips. Push back. Downward facing dog. Bring one heel closer to the mat and then the other. Let's walk the legs out here. Nice stretch through the hamstrings. Press actively through your palms and the mounds of your knuckles. Fingers are still spread wide. Send your chest towards your thighs. Spine is long. Inhale, the right leg drifts up to the ceiling. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Drop your left knee down. Low lunge. Let's get acquainted here. Set up your knee switch stacks right above the ankle. Lengthen the spine. You don't want to be hunched too much, so prop yourself up on your fingertips so you have a bit more space through the chest. Shoulders move back and down. Gaze is forward and down. Inhale. Exhale, start to straighten the front leg and shift the hips back so you can fold over your front leg. Drop the head. Inhale, rock forward to your lunge. Exhale, fold over the front leg. Inhale to your lunge. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, fold. And back to your lunge. Let's throw in a little twist. Plant your left hand next to your front foot. Bring your right hand to your knee. Start to spiral your belly towards your thigh and look over your right shoulder and maybe up at the sky. If it feels good, your right arm could drift up. Shoulder blades move together on the back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Release, both hands to the floor. Ground the palms, curl the toes under, step back, downward dog. Inhale, the left leg reaches up and back. Look between your hands. Step the left foot between your hands. Back knee lowers. Low lunge. Knee stacked above ankle, definitely not surpassing the ankle. Prop yourself up on your fingertips, create some space through the chest. Relax your shoulders as much as possible. Look gently forward. Inhale. Exhale, start to straighten the front leg. Fold over the front leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale to lunge. And exhale to fold. Come back to lunge. Let's throw in a quick twist so your left palm plants on the ground. You can also be up on a block if you like more height, or propped up on your fingertips, whatever serves you here. Your left hand comes to your knee. Start to spiral your belly towards your thigh, looking to the left and even up at the ceiling. You want the whole sole of your front foot actively pressing into the mat. Stay here, lengthening the spine. Or if it feels good, let the left arm rise up to the sky. Deep breath in. Exhale here. Release both hands to the mat. Curl the back toes under. Step both feet back. Downward facing dog. Take a moment just to recalibrate in downward dog. And then look to the front of your mat. Walk slowly to the front of your mat until you're folding over the legs. Your knees can be bent quite a lot here. You want your belly to rest on your thighs. Head is heavy. Nod your head yes, shake it no. And then press through the feet. Slowly roll yourself up, one vertebra at a time, until you find yourself in mountain pose. At the top of your mat, hands to heart center. Let's take a breath together. Inhale. And exhale, sigh it out. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, reach up. Exhale, dive over the legs, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Your back is flat like a table. Bring your hands to your shins or to your thighs. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms on the mat, step your feet back, high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, lower your knees, chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, peel your chest and shoulders off the mat. Exhale, press into the ground, lift your torso up, curl your toes under, downward dog. Look between your hands and step or walk to the front of your mat. Both feet meeting at the top of your mat, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, rise to standing, reach to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, dive over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, high plank. Legs are strong here. Push out actively through the heels. Inhale. This time, exhale, lower to hover. Elbows tight to your body. Inhale, press up to upward facing dog. Shoulders move back, heart moves forward. Exhale, curl your toes under, lift the hips, downward dog. Walk out your feet and take 3 deep, long breaths here. Inhale, the right leg lifts up to the sky. Look between your hands and step your foot between your hands. Now we're coming up to high lunge, so walk your right foot a little closer to the right edge of your mat. You'll feel a bit more stable if your stance is closer to hip distance apart. So once you feel pretty strong here, you can bring your hands to your knee. It's an intermediate point. Feel your stability here. If you're wobbly, you can bring your hands back to the ground and stick with low lunge. Or if you're feeling good, bring your hands to your hips. Lift up a little out of your lunge. Make sure your hips are square to the front of the room. Both hips face forward. You also want to make sure, as always, that knee does not surpass your front ankle. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, sink a little deeper into your lunge and relax your shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. We're moving into a lunge twist. Start to lean your torso. Your spine is still straight and long, but lean your torso over your front leg. You're going to bring your left elbow to the outside of your front knee. So hook your elbow around to the front knee. And then before we apply pressure, lengthen the crown of the head forward. You want your spine as long as possible. And then start to gently press knee against elbow and elbow against knee. Gazes to the right or maybe up over the right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Now stay where you are, but look at your front foot. Start to shift weight into your front foot, feeling a little bit of lighter through your back foot. And then step your back foot to meet your front. Chair twist. Sink the hips low. Make sure both knees are, one knee isn't surpassing the other. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. And release back to center. Sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a breath here. Inhale. Exhale, sigh. Other side. Inhale. Exhale, dive over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. Inhale. Exhale, lower to hover. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths in downward dog, walking it out, finding whatever is comfortable for you. One more breath. The left leg floats up and back. Look between your hands. Step your left foot up to the front of your mat. Walk it a little bit to the left to increase stability here. Your back knee is lifted unless you prefer to do this posture in a low lunge with your knee lowered. Bring hands to your knee. Start to lift up. Assess your stability here. When you're feeling good, hands come to hips. Straighten out a bit out of your lunge. Make sure both hips are steered forward. Then sink back into the lunge. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, relax your shoulders. Sink a little bit lower. Inhale. Exhale. Hands to your heart. Start to hinge over your front knee. This time the right elbow comes to the outside of the left knee. Before we twist, let's inhale to lengthen the crown of the head forward. And then exhale, start to put pressure against that knee. Twisting to the left, maybe gazes up at the ceiling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Bring your gaze back down to the floor. Look at your front foot, start to shift weight into your front foot, feeling lightness through the back, and then lightly step your feet together at the top of your mat. Chair twist. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more inhale. Exhale, release. Sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high plank. This time, drop the knees, lower chest and chin all the way to the floor, all the way onto your belly, and bring your forearms out in front of you. Setting up for Sphinx pose. So your forearms are shoulder width apart. A good place to start is walk your elbows so that they're about stacked underneath your shoulders. Your forearms are parallel and your fingers are spread. The action is like you're gripping the floor and pulling the floor or the mat towards you so that your heart moves forward and your shoulders move back. Now, if this causes any pinching in your low back, then walk your forearms further in front of you. This makes the posture a little bit less intense. So stay here if you have any back pain. Now, if you want more intensity, you can walk your hands back. This time, spiral your hands out to either side so your thumbs are pointing forward, not like your middle fingers, but your thumbs. Your fingers point out to either side. And your hands are about where the corners of your mat are. Then you can straighten your arms, send the heart forward, lift through the chest. Let's breathe wherever you are, whatever variation is right for you right now, Sphinx or seal. You don't have to crank the head up either. Keep the neck happy, find a comfortable place for it to rest. You don't have to drop the head. You can if it's really comfortable, or you can just gaze gently down. Try to relax your shoulders away from your ears. If you're in seal, lower your forearms to the ground. Everyone, make a pillow with your hands. Rest your chin on your hands. Bend your legs and windshield wiper your legs back and forth. Take another deep breath in and release. Lower your legs onto the ground. Lift your torso up and come onto your bum. So your legs are bent, feet planted hip distance apart. Your palms are planted a little bit behind you, fingers point forwards. Send your shoulders back. This is reverse table. So on your inhale, lift the hips. Lift the hips as high as you're comfortable, but of course, the idea is that you're working towards making like a tabletop shape with your torso. So trying to avoid dips in that is good, but lift your hips to whatever is comfortable for you. And keep your chin tucked towards your chest unless it's really comfortable for you to lean your head back. But do whatever is best for your neck here. Let's take one more breath. And exhale, lower. Extend the legs out long. Drum them out. And then come onto your back. Feet are planted, hip distance apart, knees bent, arms by your sides. Let's windshield wiper the legs out a little bit. Let your knees drop to one side and then slowly make their way over to the other side. Like we're washing away all the hard work we just did. Come to stillness, draw knees to your chest. Give yourself a squeeze, and if it feels good, a little rock from side to side. And then let your knees splay apart and lift your feet a little bit into the air. Your legs are still bent. Reach your arms between your knees and take hold of your legs your ankles, or even the soles of your feet. This is happy baby pose. And the rule of thumb is you want to be able to keep your low back on the floor. So don't reach too high. You don't want your low back lifting all the way off. So in happy baby, we're really emulating a spirit of play and of simple pleasures. So this pose just feels good and encourages free movement in whatever way feels natural and necessary and a nice way to finish our practice. So you might want to kick one foot and then the other, rock back and forth. Get your wiggles out before we settle into Shavasana. Then let that go. One final squeeze of your knees to your chest. And then extend your legs long on the mat, preparing for Shavasana. You might want to grab a blanket to throw over you, put on a sweater. Roll your shoulder blades under your back. Palms face up, arms are alongside your body. Let your eyes softly close, let your feet relax. Take a deep breath in and release. Settling into stillness. Feel the weight of your body on the floor. Notice what sensations you're experiencing. And let yourself release any and all effort. Let your awareness rest on the movement of the breath. See how slow and quiet you can make it. And let all other distractions fall away. When you're ready, start to bring small movements back to your body. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Draw circles with your ankles and your wrists. There's some cracks and pops as you do that. Rotate the other way. Full body stretch. Reach your arms behind you. Yawn your body open. Exhale, draw your knees to your chest. Roll onto your right side, pause, and then push into the ground with your left hand to help you up and find a comfortable seat. Let's close our practice today with 3 deep breaths together. Let your eyes close, shoulders are relaxed, spine is long and tall. Deep breath in, exhale. Inhale, sigh it out. One more inhale and sigh. Thank you so much for joining me on the mat this morning. Have a wonderful rest of your day.